Well, days after the Supreme Court upheld a block on an execution by nitrogen hypoxia in Alabama, the Arkansas-based critic of the method returned home to urge lawmakers here to reconsider its use.
THV 11's Tanya Motorzitsky reports on the momentum those critics picked up this week.
Alabama is the first state in the nation to allow death by nitrogen, but Arkansas lawmakers approved the same method last year. North Little Rock native Reverend Dr. Jeff Hood, the founder of Execution Intervention Project, he was a witness for 2 of Alabama's nitrogen executions and explains a process he calls torturous.
Eyes bulged out, the muscles and tendons in his neck began to strain and bulge out. He began to heave back and forth and once again was hitting his face in the front of the mask, trying to breathe over and over and over again. This lasted for 18 minutes.
Earlier this week, a federal appeals court and a district judge found Alabama's protocol likely violates constitutional protections in the case of Jeffrey Lee.
This method is cruel, it is unusual, it violates the 8th Amendment.
When the U.S. Supreme Court declined to intervene in Alabama's request, it opened the door to challenge the method in other states like Arkansas.
I will do everything that I can to make sure that a nitrogen execution does not happen in this state.
Jeff LeMaster with Attorney General Tim Griffin's office responded with a statement that reads in part, "We agree with Alabama that death by nitrogen hypoxia is not cruel and unusual. And the Arkansas Department of Corrections tells me the protocol of executions is confidential and sent me this picture inside the room and says currently no death row inmates are scheduled for nitrogen execution." While Governor Sanders' office says she will be thoughtful and deliberative with each individual case as she works to hold criminals accountable. In Little Rock, Tanya Motorzitsky, THV 11 News.
All right, Tanya, a lot of moving parts there for sure.
Yeah, Arkansas hasn't carried out an execution since 2017. That's when 4 inmates were put to death over 8 days before the state's lethal injection drugs expired.